Thanks, Nzinga. Hawks Major General Zinhle Mnonopi has withdrawn her application to cross-examine witnesses at the state capture inquiry. Mcebisi Jonas implicated Mnonopi in trying to get him to sign a statement. Mnonopi has since been suspended from the elite police unit. Earlier, Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo heard applications to cross-examine witnesses from the counsel of the implicated. In his submission, legal counsel representing Ajay Gupta, Hellens, has urged Justice Zondo to allow them an opportunity to test his testimony brought by witnesses at the Commission. Hellens argues that it is not necessary for his client to appear before the Commission to allow for cross-examination of witnesses. The Guptas have submitted affidavits at the Commission stating the reason why they won't come to the inquiry. In the affidavit, they say they can only testify if alternative arrangements are made to meet at another place or via video link. Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter, Chriselda Lewis. Chriselda, very interesting that the Guptas, through their lawyer, seem to be dictating the terms on which they should be heard.
Well, that's right, Nompu, and that certainly seemed to have been of great concern to Justice Zondo when he put it to the legal representatives about why the Gupta family's members who are implicated in state capture would want to testify not in South Africa but via video link. And I think when those questions certainly were put to the legal representatives who do represent the Gupta family, they indicated, of course, I think what's startling coming from those affidavits clearly shows what the attitude of the Gupta family is to this particular commission, where in that affidavit we now know that some of them have referred to the Hawks and the National Prosecuting Authority as a national embarrassment and as completely incompetent. That is the view of the Gupta family in what Mike Hellens basically said. He believed that his instructions were that the Guptas do not believe that the Hawks or the National Prosecuting Authority have conducted themselves with the greatest authority in the past, referring, of course, to one of the incidents where one of their family members, Varun Gupta, if you could just re-jog your memory, in the issue relating to the Estina dairy farm, where the Gupta family still believes that Varun Gupta, who was a non-executive member of one of the Gupta companies, had nothing to do with any of the so-called transfers of money that the National Prosecuting Authority had set its case on. So I think that's one of the interesting aspects that came out of that. And I think now, just before the ad break that we came to, the lunch break, Nompu, is that you'd recall after that damning testimony by Mcebisi Jonas, where he said basically a statement had been imposed by him by the Hawks Major General Zinhle Mnonopi. Just a few days later, after that he gave that testimony, after he had been asked, of course, within this inquiry about why he did not report the issue of him being offered a bribe to the authorities, he blatantly said that he didn't trust the Hawks or the police. So you're hearing now from the Gupta family as well, saying that they do not have any belief in the Hawks as well as the National Prosecuting Authority. And Zinhle Mnonopi has now subsequently been suspended, and her legal team is basically saying she is withdrawing that application to cross-examine the witnesses because she believes that she will be prejudiced if she does go ahead with this application.
Thanks very much, Chriselda. We'll leave it there. That's my colleague Chriselda Lewis reporting from the state capture inquiry.